Disclaimer, not financial advice. We are not liable for any personal financial decisions. EA Sports in the game. What's going on, guys? Welcome into another episode of Blockchain Brew Show. I am your host. When we wait for Trent, he'll be right here, right around the corner. I did the wrong header. It's supposed to be this one. Boop. There we go. Guys, it's good. What a day. What a day. What a day. Was I not screaming to you? Oh, here's Trent. Hey, Trent. Was I not screaming to you guys yesterday? I'm like, short. I said, if you want to make money tomorrow, everything that you want to do is going to be short. I literally said that. I was like, dude, we can't find a single thing to long. And
yes,
I was not mistaken. Last week, I even pointed out that 109 was on the table. I did say that. I did say 109 was on the table. Did I change my stance? No. And the reason why I didn't is because the weekly shows a red dot. And whenever the weekly shows a red dot, we have a strong pull in whatever direction that dot pulls us to. But we're going to get in that today. Trent has so much news. He's gobbled it up to explain to you.
Yeah, well, hold on. I gotta do a couple things. So.
Trent, you don't have to worry about anything. I am taking it away right now. Well,
okay.
You do whatever you do that best. Guys, if you haven't already, please smash that golden like button up, but not down, unless you really want to. But we prefer up. Yes, that's right. If I can get it up. And we have a subscribe bell, guys. We give it a ring-a-ding-a-ding. The subscribe bell, you can see it right here. You'll find it in one of these corners over there. And YouTube tries to keep you from growing faster than you should. So you have to ask. It's the most humbleness you can ever be on any channel. But over there on Rumble and Kick, it is phenomenal. We just are growing. We're actually outperforming YouTube on growth percentage-wise this month. So it's going to be pretty good. Guys, I did it. I removed the sticker off my hat. I have a bald spot. It's very noticeable. I couldn't do it. It was like peeling up, and I was just like, okay, I'm over it, man. I'm just done. I can't do it anymore. And I got coffee today, guys. A little bit of coffee in there. It's still a brew. John is everywhere, Pepe says. Chara sup, boy, cheese.
All right.
Always mixing it up, Chara. Did you DCA today, Chara? Did you DCA in the day?
Okay. Well, give me one more second to pull this up. Okay. Cool. All right, I'm ready to go. I also have Caleb Brown today, but I'll make that very fast because the charts are more important today. So.
Hey, no worries, man. No worries. We don't have to make anything fast. It's our show. We can go with the flow. I already know what the whole market's doing. We've been calling it for weeks if you guys have been paying attention. But we would love to get into it, guys. I also want to let you guys know I wore my favorite Christmas shirt today. Get it, Trent? Chestnuts.
Roasting on an open fire. Yeah.
I was like looking around for shirts, and I was like, I don't know.
Or I think the lyric actually goes chestnuts roasting on an open flame. Anyways, today I am bringing the Brew Crew the other side of the prism.
What is a prism?
I don't know, but it's the other side of 110K.
Yeah. It kind of makes me think of that 90s gum when you were a kid, that the little zebra on it that had the multicolors tattoo. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It's called Stripes.
This is a double dry hop, hazy double IPA coming in at 8.5% even from Green Cheek Beer Company. You can always tell a Green Cheek beer by the iconic bird on the can. Here's our ASMR pop.
I thought that was a dog.
I did see that, Muffhead. Isn't that kind of weird, though? For the government to, like, own stake in public sector companies? It reminds me of China a little bit, no?
I don't know what to think about it. It really it makes sense, but it's also scary. It's kind of like AI, Trent. Like, I feel like it's scary for the government to be involved with AI, but at the same time, I feel like it's almost a necessity. Just like gold and silver, when they have such a large supply of gold and silver, like, it's a power move. I think they should probably hold part of it. Are you still there, Trent? Or you're just taking the world's biggest sip? Oh, you're back.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Okay.
Well, that was a good frame to freeze on.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
all right.
What'd you think of your beer? Was it juicy?
Yeah, it's good. Sorry, I'm just frustrated. It's good. 2 fingers on the head. Pineapple, mango, hops, unripened, all that good stuff. So,
Trent is in the zone, guys. He's like, I ain't no messing around, no beer today. I am wanting to get into the news, the charts, the whole shebang.
yes. So I'll share my screen here and let's go ahead and get into it.
And it is sharing his screen today. I added, then removed from the stage.
Okay, so Caleb Brown, weekly roll-up. If you guys want this weekly newsletter in your inbox, check out the link in the description with Caleb and Brown, and you can, without having to deposit or make any purchases, you can create an account for free, and you get this weekly roll-up sent to your inbox, and you are also able to talk with a personalized, with a personal crypto broker to answer your questions and kind of talk portfolio with. If this is, I was thinking the other day, Feed Square, I think we should come up with like a flow chart for the channel that sort of says, hey, are you brand new to crypto? And kind of point people to Caleb and Brown. And do you know a little bit what you're doing with trading? And point people to BitFi. Or even if you don't know what you're doing with trading, but you want to experiment, get your bonus and trade with your bonus. But come up with kind of like a flow chart that, because if you're just getting into crypto, you don't have anyone to talk to. With Caleb and Brown, you can talk to your personal broker for free.
Us.
So yeah, you can't. Right.
Join the Discord.
Yeah, that's true. But why not take advantage of that? It's free.
Absolutely.
So
what's up there? It's Hedgecock. How you doing, man?
What's up? Good to see you in the chat.
All cap locks, man. That's a baller move, man. That says something. Taking a stance.
So we've got market highlights. Federal Reserve Chair Powell's August 22nd Jackson Hole address saw risk assets rally. Ethereum reached a fresh all-time high of $4,953 on August 24th. A long dormant Bitcoin whale opened $75 million worth of leveraged long ETH positions. The Philippines introduced legislation to establish a Bitcoin reserve of 10,000 Bitcoin. That's pretty big. I hadn't seen that until now. The U.S. House Republicans inserted a provision into the National Defense Bill to ban CBDCs. I like that. Whale sold 25,000 Bitcoin at about 2.7 billion US dollars, triggering about 235 million US dollars in long liquidation. So, there you have it. That's an important thing to note, that a whale that sold 25,000 Bitcoin at $2.7 billion. Like, you have to know that he didn't just shave $2.7 billion off of the market cap when he sold all of that, right? We talk about this a lot. It doesn't take $100 billion in capital to move the market cap by $100 billion. It actually takes much less. because of leverage and derivatives. What is up, Jeb Gallagher? Thanks for hopping in. What the Sigma and the Sigma is I don't know.
The Sigma is the skinny bitty gift stiff.
I hope you're not trolling calling us Sigmas. That's okay. Your engagement in the chat is still welcome unless we have to ban you. But
I don't think he was trolling.
I know. I didn't know he was calling us Sigmas. If you're not, then
even if he was,
what's
a Sigma? I mean, that doesn't really bother me. I mean, my mom always told me I don't have to believe in whatever you say. So you're a Sigma. What's up, Mess Quick? How you doing?
Never sell your Bitcoin to banks. Absolutely. Sell to fellow Bitcoiners.
Absolutely.
Can buy back in the future.
Trent, I'll give you my Bitcoin for $111,000 right now.
Huh?
I said I'll give you a premium and I'll sell you my Bitcoin for $111,000.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, but it's gonna go up. You'll make money on it.
Get out of here.
Hey, you better sell it to a bank or sell it to me at a premium. I have to make money somehow, Trent. I gotta cut out the big guy. What's up, Calvin? How you doing?
So this thing though about the whale selling 25,000 Bitcoin, I will say that one of the things that's going on right now, guys, if you really
yes.
Here.
Nope. What Trent is saying, guys, it doesn't take 100. What is happening? Trent?
Can you hear me now?
Are you alive?
Yes. Look, so a lot of very old Satoshi era wallets are selling a lot of Bitcoin right now. So that is really contributing. When you have these wallets that are over a decade old and they bought who knows how many Bitcoin for $10 a piece, what were you pointing at? Yes, we will still have alt season.
Just not for Caspa. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. It won.
Yes, we will still have alt season, guys. Rates are going to get cut and ETFs are going to get approved, and we will have an epic Q4 alt season. And look, alt season has already begun. The reason why you know that is that alt season is defined as a breakdown in Bitcoin dominance. Guys, we are in altcoin season. Do you realize, by the way, I'm panicked, LOL. I think you're panicked for other reasons, Nesquik. Do you guys realize that, when Ethereum was hitting all-time highs in 2021, Cardano was 240% away from its all-time high. Guess where we're at right now? Ethereum just hit an all-time high, and Cardano is about 249% away from its all-time high. So, guys, this is nothing new. The only difference is
we should talk about this with the charts too, Trent, to be able to explain it.
True.
I don't know where you're at in the weekly roll up or not, but also, guys, Trent was just talking to you guys about the rate cuts. The rate cuts are coming, and Mr. Trump just fired what's her name, Miss Cook,
Lisa Cook.
Lisa Cook, who voted no at the last FOMC meeting. The tides of no are turning. You don't think Powell's sitting over there and being like, these numbers, these odds aren't looking the greatest for me.
You know what Trump says? Don't say no.
Trust. You guys like these nuts?
So anyways, with the roll up here, risk assets traded mostly sideways until Powell's Jackson Hole address on August 22nd. Equities and crypto rallied on his dovish tone, hinting that the Fed may cut rates at its September 17th meeting. The probability of a 25 basis point cut is now 87%, up from 75% the prior week. Guys, the Fed rate tool it's never wrong about the percentage chance of whether we get a rate cut or not. So the Dow Jones surged 800 points to a new all-time high, while the U.S. 10-year yield fell almost 10 basis points to 4.3%. And then this week, traders await the July U.S. Core PCE Index on Friday, August 29th, as the Fed's preferred inflation gauge. A high reading could trigger risk-off sentiment. PCE is expected to rise to 2.9% year over year, up from June's 2.8%. NVIDIA, Dell, and Marvell Technology will also report quarter 2 earnings this week. NVIDIA earnings, that is probably going to affect crypto a little bit, positively or negatively, we'll find out.
Hey, we have a bunch of new people in here right now. If you want to support our channel, please like and subscribe to us. Our goal is to get to 366 today, 366. So whoever gets to 366 is going to get a ginormous shout out.
Well, and we might not be the biggest, the best, or the brightest crypto community on YouTube, but we're definitely the most hydrated crypto community on YouTube. So stay hydrated and subscribe to the channel to be a member of the Brew Crew. Also, when you subscribe, you touch T-Square right in his banana zone, which happens to be his heart. So there you go.
2 banana zones.
We have biggest loser of the week, Filecoin, down 11.4%, as declined as its bearish trend seen since November 24 continued. Bitcoin opened the week at 117.4, dropped to 111.6, and then rallied 4.3% on Powell's Jackson Hole address. Price has since slid to $110,000, likely from a dormant Bitcoin whale selling almost 25,000 Bitcoin at 2.7 billion US dollars. Guys, here's the thing. If all of these Satoshi era wallets are selling and this one whale sold 25,000 Bitcoin, and that is only tanking the price to still above $109,000, guys, I am bullish. As Bitcoin hit 110,000 US dollars, in long, $235 million in long positions were liquidated. Bitcoin dominance fell to 58% on August 4th, then rebounded to 59%, which is why today we do see altcoins sliding further than Bitcoin. Bitcoin investment products saw $1 billion in outflows amid uncertainty over Fed policy before Powell's August 22nd address. Bitcoin, applause to them. Let's see, Strategy bought some Bitcoin, Kindly MD bought some Bitcoin, and Metaplanet bought some Bitcoin. Ethereum opened the week at $4,475, hit a new all-time high of $49.53 on August 24th, then pulled back to support at $43.30, presumably due to the Bitcoin flash crash, increasing risk-off sentiment and a surge in as 1.2 million ETH remain queued for withdrawal. Ethereum dominance peaked near 15% on August 24th, coinciding with its new all-time high. Skip down a little bit. Bitmine bought some ETH. SharpLink bought some ETH. Altcoins. Neon grew by, Neon EVM grew by 52.2%. It's also been absolutely crushed, though. So, you have to take that into consideration. QTUM, I don't even know what that is, gained 46%. And Ontology.
Oh, that's an oldie.
I also don't know what that is.
I remember reading about Ontology on Voyager.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hey, shout out to 366, guys. I see you were hiding in the chat. You didn't want to show us your name, but shout out to 366. Thank you so much for subbing.
Cheers to 366.
Just let us know who you are at some point.
Crypto ETF news. Let's see. The US SEC delayed decisions on multiple crypto ETFs. Rulings are due October 8th for the True Social, Bitcoin, and Ethereum ETF, with delays for XRP, Dogecoin, Litecoin. We also know Cardano and Solana. Guys, all of these are delayed to October. So that is a big reason that October is going to be bullish. Sprint. That's good stuff. And that does it for my my weekly roll up today, courtesy of Mr. Caleb and Mr. Brown.
Hey,
No, it's
Calvin,
actually not.
technically, Calvin, you said it has to be yes or no. If it breaks even and we have a 0-0 net even, it could be even. It doesn't have to be a yes or a no. James says, stop stressing and hold. Nothing to worry about. Probably the choppy till Wednesday. NVIDIA has gone. Earnings will be pumped. Ada Doge, Pangu, Mog, and Algo. I voted yes, says Hurley. Well, thank you, Hurley. I thoroughly appreciate that. Sweet. All right, John, I'm taking you off the screen. I don't really have anything to cover in the news. You pretty much covered everything that I had to cover. I just want to jump into the bubbles, and we're going to check out, see how we're doing today. This is just the hourly, guys. Today, we literally said on the screen, on the top of our lungs, short yesterday. I said, you can't find one thing that's going to be turning green. Well, I guess you got gold, and you have meme core, which I'm not 100% sure what it is, to be honest with you, right? I never dabbled with it. Ababa worth 90 million with 5 states Bitcoin wouldn't allow this. Hey, goes around, comes around, goes around, comes around. Okay, so we have Fartcoin down 20%. Guys, we have been super not overly bullish on Fartcoin in the most recent of times. I'm really nervous about this coin. We voted it into the crypto cemetery at some point. We have WHIP down 13% today. Solana down nearly 12%. Guys, it's back out at 200, which is pretty interesting because it's holding strength. Even though we're down a lot compared to like Bitcoin and everything else, it's really still at 186, guys. That's a good number. Right? Where's ADA at, Trent?
Where's ADA at? What do you mean? Yeah. Oh, on this?
9.3%. Where?
Right here next to Radium and Trump and Hype and Chib. Radium, Trump, Hype, Shib.
I can just type it.
It's right over here. Filecoin.
I don't know. All I know is that, Trent, the dang near Cardano is still at 83 cents. Okay, we're not sitting at no 68 cents. Like it was at 68 cents when Bitcoin was at like 102. So there's no need to freak out. It's literally what Trent was been telling you guys. The dominance is slipping, and the alts are still holding their strength.
Yes, sir.
Yes, all I'm covered. You're cracking me up there, Calvin. Cracking me up. Guys, I don't really know what to tell you. I would like to tell you that the pain is over for Bitcoin. We don't actually know if that's the case, to be honest with you. We're in this first... We're not
even... It's mostly over.
Yeah. This range right here from... My paint pen. This range is in this box is from best to worst scenario. Now, best scenario, that's it. Worst case scenario, I think we can come all the way down to 101 to 102. That's worst case scenario. Yeah. Fear everywhere. Everything is just dumping. Nobody has a rhyme or a reason to stay in this market. Everybody's freaking out. And the daily hasn't quite rolled over yet. The money flow is still going down. VWAP still below zero line strength. It's still going down. RSI and MACD are still going down. They're not in the oversold territory on the daily. The 12-hour, we're kind of getting there. If we can get like a flip of a lip, maybe we could say, okay, that was the bottom. We can continue up, and hopefully we don't get a little end signal like this and ends up playing out more like this, where we continue, a little fake out, and we continue up on a direction. That's what we're kind of hoping for. The daily is kind of saying more downwards action. I'm leaning towards the 2-day, also saying there's more downwards action going to happen for Bitcoin. And my thesis on this is that the money flow is going down, the strength's going down, Stokes and RSI need to reset, and the momentum waves are going down. The VWAP is below the zero line. I am bearish on the 2-day chart. 3-day chart, I wouldn't say I'm bullish. I would lean, looking at this like 65% chance, 70% chance of bearish outcome. That the data is always living, it is alive, It's like, doing like the shocking machine, whatever it's called, CPR or whatever that is. We're just trying to figure out how low can it go before it comes back is what we're doing. On the 5-day, we just wicked below the 21 moving average, and the blue momentum waves are coming down. The VWAP is coming down. The green money flow is coming down. Strength's coming down. I'm just kind of bearish, guys. I think we will come down even more. I do. I think we could hit the 106-ish levels. And then the weekly, where we told you last week we had a red dot. I said, dude, I'm bearish, man. Every time we get a red dot, I'm bearish. And we had one over here on this red dot, and I was like, I'm bearish. And then we kind of came out, we got the green dot. I was like, okay, maybe it's back on. And we immediately next week gave it back. Immediately. It probably was like a 1 day, 2 day thing. In reality, like we got bullish on like a Saturday, and then by Sunday we were bearish again because of low liquidities on the weekend. And the 2 week we have divergence with a doji candle for trend reversal and a red dot for saying we're bearish. Now it hasn't confirmed yet, but it's something we gotta keep an eye on. The monthly says we're still good. It says we could be good, but I do worry a little bit about it. That's all, guys. I think that long haul, I think Bitcoin's going to do just fine. Now, short term, when we look at price action, I would say over the next 5 days, I'm bearish. And when that 5-day candle closes and I can see where we land, I might change my opinion because, maybe we put bullish on that 5 day. And now I'm like, okay, well, next week, the weekly weekly close is going to get really good. And we're going to have get a green dot. What we got over here? 0.01 Bitcoin will make you rich in the future. 0.01 Bitcoin won't be called 0.01 Bitcoin. It'll be called Sats.
Right. Before you go on to other coins, can I share some Bitcoin TA?
Yes, but currently you're on Caleb Brown. Weekly roll up.
Okay.
Have you ever had a fruit roll up, Trent?
Yeah. Have you ever had a fruit roll up Taki pickle?
I don't like Takis, but have you ever had fruit roll-ups frozen? Did you know if you put a fruit roll-up on ice cream, it hardens extremely fast?
So, okay, guys, here we go on Bitcoin.
Is that what a fruit roll-up Taki pickle is, Trent? Sorry,
it's a pickle with Takis wrapped in a fruit roll-up.
No.
With chamoy in it.
I've had a couple of noodle with gummy bears in it.
So, okay, guys, Bitcoin on the 2 week. So I have this, rise. It kind of looks like a rising wedge. Kind of looks like a pennant. And I know what you're gonna say. Isn't a rising wedge bearish?
60%, 60-70% of the time.
Well, yes and no.
They break up extremely fast. They break down. It's not usually the most painful breakdown.
Yeah, and sometimes they're not though. Even if this broke down from the top, you could say that you could still say that it breaks down to 100K. But anyways,
Peter.
Rising wedges, if you really go look at it and you look at, we say 60 to 70% of the time, but if you isolate some data and you look at rising wedges for Bitcoin in a bull market, you actually find quite a lot of breakouts to the upside. So anyways, the measured move, guys, from this target, this is why I titled the video, You Won't Believe This Bitcoin Target. Guys, the measured move for this would be $180,000. And, we're still maintaining higher highs and higher lows. Look at this on the 2 week. We have we have this high right here and a low.
Hello, boss.
And a slightly higher high,
This is a back
a higher
token.
low, then a slightly higher high, and then a higher low. Okay, let me get rid of all those. But yeah, like, hold on, I really need to erase these now. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good,
So
Joe.
the measured move from that pattern is $180,000 if it breaks up. And guys, we're still holding higher highs and higher lows. Not only that, this green box right here that I drew constitutes the same kind of support and resistance flip that we saw back here. Right? And we could have drawn a box there too in that range. We only went to the top of it when we dropped to 74K. So holding anywhere in this range, even as low as 104, and we could wick below it as long as we close a candle in or above this range. This would constitute testing the previous support resistance flip, right? That's what the market always wants to do before continuing to the next leg up, is it wants to retest the breakout of the previous all-time high, which is exactly what we're doing right now. So, you know, there you go on that. Also, the 1 week inverse head and shoulders pattern is still in play. Right, you end up with I'll go ahead and remove all my drawings. You have a head, a left shoulder, and a right shoulder with a neckline coming in there. You know, like if you want to slant the neckline, we're kind of in danger of losing it. But if you make a horizontal line right there, which is probably what should happen, then you have this touch point on the wick over here. You have this cluster of touch points right here. That is a very solid neckline, and the 21 moving average is rising to meet that neckline right now. And again, you know, this inverse head and shoulders pattern is not invalidated if we wick below the neckline, and it's also not invalidated if we close like one candle below the neckline and then get right back above it. You know, so those are things to keep in consideration. As of the moment, this inverse head and shoulders on the weekly is still very much in play. So, you know, I'm looking for anywhere from, let me redraw this horizontal line. I'm looking to hold and close candles anywhere from $104,700 to $109,400, which is about where we are now. And on the weekly, the stochastics are starting to get below this lower dotted line here. So momentum is it's starting to get into oversold territory on the weekly, according to the stochastics. And if we come down to the daily, again, we're holding that line. This 150 moving average is sitting at 104.7. And on the daily, we are even more oversold on the stochastic down here. So we're all the way down at 6 on the Stokes. So we're getting very oversold. So the idea that we somehow go below 100K and it starts the bear market right now, and we've topped, the idea that happens like without having some sort of bounce from here coming soon, we're to not get a bounce. And speaking of a bounce, if you come down to the 4 hour, we do have a bit. Earlier it looked like it was putting in bullish divergence. We had this swing down on price until the last two 4 hourly candles closed, and then we had what was a swing up slightly on the RSI. Now it's kind of flat. It's not a swing up. So I wouldn't call it bullish divergence. It definitely was bullish divergence because we had a low point here on the RSI. So anytime that you see that V-shaped dip right there, you can draw the line to it. So this was a bullish divergence. It's just continued to defy that bullish divergence a little bit.
Sure.
But what that shows me, though, is that how much longer can it keep doing that? And then here's the last thing that I'll point out about Bitcoin. Again, speaking of a bounce, is that we have a CME futures gap. And this one is really hard to see on the daily chart because you don't really see the gap that well on the candles. But if you look at where the price is closed, you see a close on Friday at $116,800. Friday. You see a close on Friday at $116,800 and an open on Monday at $113,400. So we have a CME gap above us at about 117. When you go to the 4 hour chart, you can see the gap on this. And by the way, the only reason you can't see it on the daily is because the open came within this candle, right? So when you have CME gaps below you, you'll always see the gap on the daily because it's going to open at a higher price. Opening at a lower price than the close still means that you can come within this previous candle, right? But this red candle for Monday, it should have opened right here. If you think about it, it should have opened at the close of the last candle is what should have happened. So anyways, if you go to the 4 hour, you can see the gap really clearly. And it's in between this doji candle. Let me hide my indicators so that you guys can see this a little better. Okay, so this red doji candle up here, we have a gap in between that and the next candle down here, right? So our gap actually ranges from 113.7 all the way up to 116.7. That's a $3,000 gap. It's a very large gap. And guys, that I appreciate that, Paris. Great show, guys. Thank you for that. Guys, this CME gap, it's a very large gap. It's a $3,000 gap. And these gaps close sooner rather than later, which is why I also said in the title of this video, crypto surge within 3 weeks. Why did I say 3 weeks? Because 3 weeks brings us to September 17th, which is the FOMC meeting, where all signs point to a rate cut. So what I'm saying is that at the longest, I see us waiting 3 weeks for a surge. But it could definitely be sooner because, guys, the price is going to want to go up and fill this gap. It just is. Like, things can reverse very quickly. And this gap is a magnet. And the further below this gap we get, you know what I really want to happen? Is I would really love to go down to like 106 tomorrow and wick. Because the sooner we do that, we have that gap sitting above us as a magnet, and the price is going to want to go there. So, yeah, that's all I got for Bitcoin.
Okay. Peter, you're still here. We could jump into Zebek if you still are. We probably will do it anyways, but I do think it's important that we go over Ethereum. And the 4 hours still shows that we could have some more momentum to the downside, possibly targeting the 4,200 level. If we jump into a larger time frame, the 8 hour, it's open doors to the downside, which has given us confluence that we'll probably keep going down. 12 hours, the same boat, red dot, trigger wave, still going down. We had bearish diverge still going down, VWAP still going down, money flow still going down. I don't think pain's over yet. Like Trent said, we'll probably hit 106 maybe tomorrow. Maybe. We had
I would like to.
Yeah, we have a green dot, red dot, doji candle of a trend reversal. I'd be more nervous of a trend reversal where we're at, because I don't want to see a double top and then not be able to get above it, because that will be a possibly multi-week. Unless we get a white swan event, which could cause a reversal on anything. We did get the golden crosses playing out. I'm nervous about double top, guys. You want my honest opinion? That's my honest opinion. I'm a little nervous, man. I really am, and I think ETH could be eyeballing on a weekly time frame $3,800 before it resets. It's all its stochastics, its RSI, its momentum waves. I could see it coming down like this. Oop. It could come down. There we go. Bounce off our 3,800 level, even possibly 37, and then use that as a range to continue up the upside. But
it could.
This is a time zone.
Don't just show us the lowest scenarios. Like, where's support on the daily?
Not good.
Well, where's the next line?
Our next support would probably be, we could drop to 4,200,
right,
and 3,800. That's literally the next support on the daily, and I think that's reasonable.
The very bottom of that.
When you want to say
the very bottom of that way.
Right here?
No, in the middle.
Right here?
No. In the middle of the current price action. Go back. Go back. Go back more. Right there. The wick.
The low is 4,067.
Right. So, yeah. So, when we say it could go to 38, yeah. I mean...
I'm saying it could go there. I don't know what you said yet, because you haven't gone over ETH. I'm thinking that it can and probably will go that low.
Yeah.
What do you think, Trent? You think it can go that low?
No, it definitely could go that low. I'm just an advocate for, let's draw 3 potential lines where it could go, and I think we end up with roughly 42, 4,000 even, and 38. And the reality is it could catch.
Well, another thing too, Trent, is I definitely am using Market Cipher to show a bearish outcome, but we don't have this red dot has not printed and closed yet too. So tomorrow,
right,
we can, something Trump firing, Lisa Cook, that could cause some sort of price action, which could cause the red dot to go away before we come on the show tomorrow. Guys, I'm going to jump into Zebek if you haven't already. But before I do that, I want to jump into my favorite part of the whole show. Is because I get to represent the BitBuy. Guys, if you come on over to our description, we partnered up with BitBuy. They're our exchange trade of choice. And we have our link will give you 20% trading savings on fees, 20% savings on trading fees. Woo! That's right, guys. And then if you're a new trader, no KYC, no VPN too, which is a slick, man. It makes it easy to get set up and get started. A new traders, you can deposit $100, you get 50% bonus and trading volumes of $50. And if you're a little bit more intermediate and more skilled, you can do a $500 and a $1,000 deposit. They'll give you 50%, but they'll give you 20% bonus, so $100 and $200. And then if you're really skilled, they have a little bit more amperage power. Usually they stall out over there in the lower numbers, but they give us a little bit more amperage power for 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. You get 10% bonus for 500, 100, 1,000, or $2,000 trading volume bonus added to your trading account almost instantaneously. And if you can't afford to pull that money from wherever you pulled it, you can always pull it out, get your bonus, and put that money back into wherever you got it from, and you just use your bonus and have fun. But trading is difficult, guys. Most people lose doing it. So like days like today are the days where a lot of people get wrecked, but also days like today is the days where most people will actually make their money because they'll do calculated longs. They're like, hey, I think this could be the bottom. They're trying to catch that falling knife, and that's where a lot of big money can be made. But just be careful out there, guys. Excuse me. Because it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, man. You're playing against market makers, you have black swans, you're playing against the government. But it basically is you're just having fun, man. Don't trade with more than what you're willing to lose. That's the bottom line. You take the emotion out of it, and then start kicking ass, dude. Exactly. But anyways, we're gonna jump on over into Zebek, and if you guys haven't, join the Discord too, and we can all talk about different trades and what we would do in your situation.
Yes.
You
can join the Discord right now for free and be grandfathered. Oh, tell them a little bit about the signals, the VIP signals.
I should load up Discord when I'm on my computer. I have a 2FA on there, so it's kind of a pain. But guys, if you set up your own little trading thing with our link in the description, you get grandfathered into our Discord, which when we hit 500 subscribers, it will be $10 a month, and you get VIP access to the top ROI traders on BitBuy. So if you like trading XRP, we can cater the top ROI traders, and you can, if you want to, they give you setups. They say enter here, take profit 1, 2, and 3, stop loss here, and it's a nice setup, man. You don't know, not everybody has time to look at charts. And what you could even do is you take their setups and then you can use it as an educational thing and try to find what the top ROI traders are looking at. So it's not only do you get a setup, but you can also start understanding how other people think who are very skilled in the game. So yeah, take advantage of it while you can.
It pushes all of those VIP signals straight to the Discord. And in order to access the VIP channels, all you have to do is deposit at least $100 into your BitBuy Futures account and then verify your user ID in our Discord. Real simple.
Simple, man. And if you can't figure it out, you can always reach out to us. We're in there. We're in there all the time. Okay, let's go head on over to Zebek. Zebek protocol. We had Peter shout us out. I'm not sure if you're still here, Peter, or not, but we're going to dive into it. And to answer your question, I do not hold Zebek, so I could talk about it very extremely unemotional because I don't hold anything. So you want my raw opinion on it, I will give you my raw opinion. I do my best anytime. Well, clearly, what I drew here before is where we are in a bull flag, and I just drew on my chart. No, I drew a caterpillar. Let me move it. Okay, so we're on the 12-hour right now. We have a anchor trigger wave to the downside. VWAP coming down. I do think price will continue to come down at least to 43, which is just a few cents shorter. And then we could fall to the next level at 39. And if you're a trader, these are levels that you can excuse me, DCA into your trade. We have a very strong red dot to the downside, okay? With the VWAP chart coming down, string coming down, Stokes, RSI, everything coming down. Not super good. And it looks like we're having Doji candle trend reversal coming down to the downside. Very, very possible trigger wave coming down to the downside. Very sketch. Just be careful about that, guys. Just be very careful. 3-day, dude. I'm bearish, man. You want my opinion on this? I think it's probably a good project long term. Short term, I would expect some sort of retest in these lower 34 to 40 cent range. Trent, when you go take a look at like Crow and Altcoin, I gotta Altcoin's the number one down today, Crow, because I just really like it, and Ben is here, Ben Martin, also a big Crow guy.
Yeah,
I have to go get some water.
Okay, I'm gonna show one thing on Ethereum real quick.
Okay.
Let's see here. So, guys, for Ethereum,
Peter is here. There you go, Peter. Did you get that? Sorry, I had to cut it a little short because I had some shit go down the wrong pipe. That's spicy. But I definitely would be worried about Zebek, just like the whole market. There is definitely I like Zebek as a project. Short term, I do think there will be downside, like everything else. Pay attention for the next 5 days. Please come back. If you're not here every day, like we are, come back in 5 days, and we could go over Zebek again. And I really think that you'll get a better view on it. And also, if you, like Trent said, join the Discord and you hit us up at Discord and you ask around, hey guys, what do you guys think of Zebek? You might get 4 or 5 people in there showing you different charts of Zebek. You not only get our traders, but we also have a lot of people who've been around who are great traders that can also give you tips on what they think too. Okay, I'll be back.
Yeah. So for Ethereum, there's something really important I would note right here, which is this huge range on the weekly chart. You just have this massive sideways range marked by this upper and lower green horizontal lines that I drew. Right? You have like this lower line cuts through all of this volume of price action. But you have this cluster of touch points points back here, and then this macro bottom right over here at $1,500. Well, on the upper end of this trend, you have a touch point here, a touch point here, a touch point here, and a touch point here. So 4 touch points that we broke out from and broke out above this. This is kind of my reasoning behind being a little apprehensive to say that we're gonna sustain below $4,000. Because
What's up, Dad?
the reasoning is simple. It would be a break below this critical range that we just recently broke out of. We have 4 touch points up here that we broke above. The upper end of this range. So I think that the bull case is that we bounce literally at $4,000 even, or somewhere above 4,000. You know, if you zoom down to smaller time frames, like you go to the daily, and you realize we're on top of the 21 moving average right now. Could bounce right there for all I know, or it could, there's another level right here at 4,200. So anywhere in that range. But the bull case, is that we bounce anywhere above that upper green line, which is at $4,000 even. Now, again, if we wick below that, fine. If we close one candle below it and get right back above it, fine. But here's why I'm saying what I'm saying about about the broader market structure for Ethereum is that if we fall back into this range and start closing candles within that range, then you really have to start asking yourself, the bottom of this range is $1,500. So like, where are you going to go all the way back to the middle of this range at 29.31? Like, because falling back into the range and closing candles within it is a sign to me that anything's possible. And I'm not ready to say that we're going to significantly lose $4,000 yet. And I say significantly lose because, hey, if we go to 38 and we bounce very quickly from it, okay, that's not a significant loss of $4,000. But, you know, my big point here looking at the market structure on Ethereum is that I'm not ready to say that we are going to see a significant loss
Are you
of $4,000.
Are you able to comment to our good fellow over here, Lucas?
Yeah, we're looking. What's up, fellas? I'm down bad. Played around with too high leverage and found out. Well, I have a few questions for you, Lucas. Number one, did you blow up your whole trading account? If you didn't blow up your whole trading account, there's hope. If you did blow up your whole trading account, I hope that you have assets on spot still. Like, most of your bags should be in spot bags, right? That's the safe, responsible way to invest. Pretty damn close, he said. Okay, Lucas.
Percentage-wise, Lucas, what are you down? That way you don't tell us the exact numbers.
Yeah. Here's what we're gonna do, Lucas. Like,
We need to make a trading course, Trent, for people.
yeah. Here's what we're gonna do. If you are very much in danger of like losing your whole trading account, then you need to ask yourself where your next liquidation is, and you need to ask yourself if you need to just close where you're at and wait and find a better entry. The thing is, if you still have $1,000 in a trading account, you can build that back up. It's never too late to start doing the right things. And like, and you know, T-Square and I were just talking about this the other day. I mean, we need to do a better job of like talking about our losses, right? Like, I had $150 liquidation the other week, but that was with one specific account that I was trading on. I was doing that on Blowfin actually, and I was keeping it very separate from everything that I have on BitFi, and it was $150 that we got for free. And also, when they give that bonus, like you only get it for like 30 days, and then they take it back. So I'm like, when I only have $150 to work with, I'm forced to kind of say, okay, what am I? I'm accustomed to trading anywhere from 2 to 4x leverage, by the way. So I went 11x leverage on this trade because, hey, that's the only way without spending a lot of time trying to scalp this and turn a little profit into a little more profit. Like, if I'm going to make a decent amount of money with only $150, then hey, I'm going to put this on 11x leverage and shoot my shot. You know what I mean? And it didn't work out, got liquidated. But the thing is, it was only $150. I'm not doing that with my larger trading account. If you start feeling that urge in you, you start getting that itch. And
or you're like trying to play catch up, Trent, like
Yeah.
You lose your trade, and you're like, dude, I gotta make it back up now. This is gonna take me forever.
Right.
And that's kind of how it gets you, dude. It's like speeding. You know, you don't think you get your driver's license. The first thing you do, you get in the car and you drive 100 miles an hour on a 50. You know, it's not generally how that works. It's usually like you're like, okay, well, some guy's tailgating me. I'm gonna do 5 over, and then you go, well, I haven't got pulled over yet. I'm gonna test my luck. Everybody else is doing 10. I'm no longer gonna be tailgated, but let's try 10. And then you increase it to 10, and then you go, okay, well, I'm gonna try 15, and then you slowly end up getting to where you go. And then you think, I'm the best guy on the road. I can pass anybody, you know. And it's just kind of like, don't roll those dice, man. A lot of it is risk versus reward management. And the thing is, I like CryptoFace says is that charts are gonna be here tomorrow. This is a life skill. It's not a day skill. Okay, fine, we'll have bear markets, but guess what? We're gonna be here in the bear market, and we're gonna teach you guys how to make money in the bear market and the bull market. Just because the bull market doesn't mean we need to get it all in right now. You know, we got 2 months. You know, you're not the first person, Lucas, that told me that this happened to. I have a friend. He was just as deep as I am now into the market, which is more than most people. And he blew up his account. He blew it up 2-0. And he just called me up the other day. We were talking, and he goes, "You know, I don't even want to talk about crypto." He says, "I'm out. Yeah, I don't want to get back into it." He's like, "I missed this bull run. I'll shoot for the next one." I'm like, "Dude, the parabolic stuff hasn't even started yet. You know, you could take $1,000 and turn it into 40 grand, and then find another coin, and you're like, doge the ship. You let it, boom, there you go. Now you have $400,000 off like $1,000. That's not super likely. Not everybody does it, but you're becoming part of a community where we're teaching, we're educating. We're teaching you how not to give up hope, how not to revenge trade. We're teaching you how to do it smart, how to DCA out, how to DCA in. So you just, man, keep your head up, dude. Okay, I've been where you've been. It sucks. You know, it does suck. But
when you start feeling that itch, it's like, I want to go 11x long. That's fine. Scratch that itch, but do it with a small amount of money, right? Like, you scratched your itch and you learned with low stakes. So look, I'm gonna say that if you still have anywhere close to $1,000 left in that account, like Ted says, you could do nothing but buy ETH right now and sell after it pumps and roll that profit into low cap. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
yeah. But if you're trading, like if you still have anywhere near like even $1,000 left, you can turn that back into 10 grand and start working up from there. And the place where you start is find a really good 2x entry. That's all you need.
And be okay with that, you know? Don't try to get the 5x.
Right.
You don't have to get the 5x. Just double it. That's all you got to do.
Find a really good 2x leverage entry. Like, even on Ethereum. Like Ted just said, do we think Ethereum is going to go to $2,200 anytime soon? Because that's where it would have to go to liquidate you on 2x.
And you know too, because you're not the only person that's been here. I was listening to one of CryptoFace's interviews somewhat more recently, and this guy, he was a high trader, and he had like $5 million, and he lost it all, dude. He lost it all. They did a whole interview on it. He's like, dude, I'm going to record this and talk how he talked you through this, you know. And he did this stuff for a living. He started revenge trading. It's very dangerous, but also, Trent, what's the average ROI on the stock market?
8% a year.
Yeah, see, like, you go tell me that you can't buy something right now and make more than 8% in a year. You know, this is better than stocks. Even if you lost it all, dude, we have so much potential to make it all back.
And,
hey, shout out
and Lucas, like, keep your head up. 60% of your bags are still in spot, so it's okay. You're gonna do well. You're still gonna do well. And look, you are still your own greatest asset, not your leveraged account. So if you still have 40 years left on this earth, you are your greatest asset. invest in yourself. You are worth more than whatever was in your leverage account. I don't care if it was 10, 20, 30, 40, 100 grand. You are worth more than whatever dollar amount was in that account. So invest in yourself, believe in yourself, and
you know what? Too, this might sound kind of funny because the way I also think about it too is like I've lost a lot of money in crypto by doing dumb decisions. But I'm like, you know what though? I can teach my kids on how to invest. And I know you got kids too. And so you're not only you're learning these lessons, but you're going to be there for your kids when they make these mistakes. You're investing in yourself, you're investing in your future. You keep pushing through this, and you're going to help educate and raise the next generation and how to be better than this. So they might be kind of cocky, but you know, you have the knowledge for those people. You have the knowledge for the next generation.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So what's up next?
Did you go over Crow? Crow and Farcoin. Why don't you jump on Crow and Farcoin?
Crow and Farcoin, or do you want to do one of them?
I could do Farcoin if you want to do Crow, or I'll do Crow and you can do Farcoin. What do you want to do?
I'll do Farcoin, I guess. Unfortunately.
My wife bought a coin this weekend called Altcoin Killer. That's pretty nasty looking chart trend, that double top. I mean, you're either going to buy the bottom or second to the bottom.
Yeah.
I got you, man. We'll do Crow.
Like, I just don't have any interest.
I think so too, Ted. I think I'm 100% in agreement with you on that. Crow is the easiest $1 in the market right now.
Yeah. I just don't have any interest in this. Like, the chart moves too strangely for my liking. We're also below the 200 on the daily. Like, go look at everything else out there, even on this dip. Like, Bitcoin, we are way above the 200 moving average on the daily. Ethereum, we are way above the 200 moving average on the daily. Cardano, we're way above the 200 moving average on the daily. Like, I don't know why NEAR is on my watch list. I never look at it, but let's look at it. Okay,
you're supposed to talk about Farcoin.
Okay, right. Okay, NEAR is below 200 on the daily, but point in case though. Point in case. I think NEAR is going to do well, but this is point in case. When was the last time you heard of anyone being interested in NEAR? Right? There's a clear distinguishment right now in the market between large cap, reputable projects that have proven themselves in the market and everything else, right? XRP, way above the 200 moving average on the daily. Solana, way above the 200 moving average on the daily. Now let's look at something that has not gotten a lot of love in a long time. ICP, below the 200 moving average on the daily. What about the graph? Below the 200 moving average on the daily. So, like, this means one of two things. It means that with something like the graph, for example, it means that you still have like a massive move ahead of you for GRT, and you still have a lot of pump in this. You have still almost the entire pump ahead of you still.
Trent, what happened to Farcoin?
Well, that's where I'm getting there, because I said Farcoin was below the 200 moving average on the daily. So my point is, you have to start asking yourself, what category does Farcoin fall in? Or what category does it fart in? Like, the category that it falls in is projects that are below the 200 moving average on the daily, right? Like, they're everything except large cap important projects, right? But then among all of those, you have to ask yourself, you know that GRT is going to get above it. You know that NEAR is going to get above it. I'd say you know with a good deal of certainty that ICP is probably going to get above it. Do you really know that about Fartcoin right now? I can't say that I do. So this is not a buy for me. Also, it's in a macro downtrend. Like, you know, you talk about lower lows and lower highs. Well, it's taken out these lows back here and this cluster of lows. Right? So it's now, I mean, what's it going to do next? Is it going to come down here? I mean, probably not. If I was a betting man, say, yeah, it's probably not going to go all the way down there. But here's my point. With something like Fartcoin, do you wait for signs of chart reversal before you try to speculate on this? I think you have to. Right? Like if Bitcoin looked really bad like this, you know it's eventually going to recover. You know what I mean? You might not know when, but you know it's eventually going to recover. You don't know that about Fartcoin. So like, you can't really take any action on this until it shows you something different. Like Stokes are low-ish on the daily, but it's still above the dotted line. It's still above 20, so it can come way under here still. So there you go. Those are my thoughts.
Bearish.
Yeah.
Bearish. All right. I'm gonna jump into Crow Coin. Also, I don't usually like to scalp trade. I'm much more of a swing trader type of guy. But I will jump into it for Mr. Ben Martin. My dude. Alright, so I use Hike and a She candles, which they're far more superior than regular candles. Every way, besides accuracy. I know, Ted, I was looking at that too. Crow has not really dropped. It's held its dominance really, really well. Now, I am not going to lie. There are some things that make me nervous about Crow, and we'll get into it. Excuse me. Spicy tacos. We have the green dot. Momentum going the upside. View up doing good. Strength coming in. Stokes and RSI are going up.
And shout out to whoever became our number 367 and 368.
Yes. Shout out to you. You know who you are. If you say your name in the chat, Trent will call you out personally by name in the Discord and the chat.
Yes, sir.
So we got momentum on the blue momentum waves. We have the green dot momentum coming in. The VWAP is showing up. Money flow has been coming down since the peak. It's been slowly leaving. Okay. Now we go into the 4 hour. That's some chop right there. That is a chop. We do have a red dot to the downside. Pretty hard VWAP to the downside too. Stokes and RSI low strength is coming down also. And we're falling through the 21 right now, which is a very not the best spot to be with, because you will probably get a bigger drop. Okay, you know, if I look at the chart, the 1 hour I'm feeling pretty good on. I think we might get a little bit more continuation on the 1 hour. The 4 hour, I'm going to say, well, the 1 hour is probably not going to have the gas to punch through the 4 hour. That is how I'm feeling. That's just, you want my opinion. But maybe we can wake back up over the 21, but it does make me a little bit nervous on that time frame. The 6 hour, would you say these are tweezer bottoms, Trent, or no?
Yes.
Well, tweezering off the 21. And we did make a golden cross on the 6 hour. That's actually a pretty good sign. The VWAP has been coming down. We clearly see that. Stokes so good, and RSI is good, but they're coming down, same with the strength. We jump into the 12 hour. We don't have any bearish or bullish divergence, but this is where I'm a little nervous. Is we have an anchor trigger wave to the downside. That's my first thing. The second thing is the money flow has been coming down pretty aggressively. Okay. Third thing is the VWAP just broke below. We're at -1 now. strength coming down, Stokes RSI coming down. So you got like a bunch of indicators telling you be cautious. Now, another thing that I'm nervous is we got one top and then we have a two top. We did not get a higher high. We got a lower high. That makes me a little nervous. So now the question is, when we're watching this, can we get the strength to continue, or are we going to make a lower low? If we make a lower low, lower than this, not a good sign. It's just not a good sign. But if we can come down and consolidate and make a W pattern, okay, I'll feel pretty good again. I'll say, okay, we're still going. But we do know the likelihood. So, white swans are our thing. Data is always living. I would put it at 80% chance we will be coming down lower on the larger time frames. Okay, 80% chance. That's pretty high. But I don't know if you guys play poker. Sometimes I like to chase that 20%, chasing a flush or whatever I'm going for. Open-ended straight. Sometimes you hit them. And that's where you make big money. But I do think that we are leaning farther down. The red dot hasn't closed. We still have 8 hours till we get it confirmed. But I'm reasonably sure we will. The money flow on the daily is still looking good. We are bouncing off 21 on the daily. And we haven't fully rolled over to make a trigger wave on the larger time frame. Excuse me. And the 2 days not looking terrible. We do have a green dot still going up. So, hey, maybe we'll just have 1-2 days of negativeness and everything else will continue. I would definitely say 12-hour, I'm going to lean bearish. That's what you want it. But I do think long term, like Ted said, I think it's one of the easiest sure bets that's going to go to at least $1.
Yeah. Yes, sir. What do we have up next? If you don't have any particular picks for the day, maybe we close the poll.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wow. You guys are leaning bullish for the month of August. I am going to cast my vote, which I can't really cast because I created the poll, and I am going to be the negative Nancy and the devil's advocate, and I think we're going to have a bearish August. I think we will close negative. What's the average close, Trent? This is something we should do, Trent. We haven't done yet. I haven't looked at the liquidity.
August is one of Bitcoin's worst months, but I think we close a slightly red August for Bitcoin, and altcoins are still relatively doing okay.
So right now we're down. I was gonna say we might close negative 5%, but I would say I think we might close in the 10 percentile.
No. I think
Trent's leaning the bullish. So you think negative? Are you gonna say yes or no to the poll?
Well, I'm gonna say no. But I'm just not.
You think in 3?
I'm just not as steep as 10%. I mean, like we're at 5.
How about 9.99?
We're at 5% right now. So what do you want it to do? Close at 100K?
Yes.
Close the month at 100K or close the month at 98K? I mean, I don't see that. It like the thing is, if it goes to 100K, it's wicking really hard. So you wouldn't get a close at that level anyways, in my opinion. I think that.
So do you think we're going to have, so okay, go finish your thought and I'm going to ask you about September.
I think it's going to have a very difficult time closing anywhere under where we are at right now. So
you're thinking 5%?
I'm saying anywhere from 2 to 5%. Yeah, we still have that CME gap above us too. So.
What do you think about month of September? You think we're gonna? I mean, we've only had 4 good months in history. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 good months. We have a third of the time, or good 2/3 of the time bad.
Yes, I think we have a green September, October, and November, and verdict is out for December. It's too far away to know.
Too far away, but you're feeling October. You're feeling pretty good.
Oh, absolutely. October is absolutely on. And Ted, you're right. It depends on the rate cut and how much. Even at a 25% bit cut, or 25 basis point cut, not percent, sorry. At a 25 basis point cut, the market is going to be pricing in more cuts to come. And any cut is a cut at this point. We haven't had one in a year. So, I mean, in my opinion, it doesn't really matter how much. It matters if we get it. The only reason it matters how much is because if we get a 50 bip cut, then we're going to fly, right? But if we get a 25 bip cut, we're still going to go up generously. And every sign is pointing to the cut. So there we go. I'm still calling August close over 115.
Hey, also, hey,
Yeah.
look, if you're still here, you're not the only one that got wrecked, bro, from leverage. You know, you might feel like it, but if you literally look at the liquidation heat map, you look at all these other people that were in the same boat as you. They really believed that we weren't coming back down. I didn't think that we were coming back down till last week. I didn't. Yeah, last week before we had that red dot, I'm like, no, there's no way, no way, no way. And you know, these people up here think that we'll never go back up, and we'll probably start going back up. So I just want to point out, man, you're not the only one, dude. It happens to the best of us.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you know, Ted, it's very much possible that close at 115. Like, we have that CME gap, so it is very much possible. Can't say that it's not, you know, and the open for the month is at 115. So, you know, I'm going to be honest, I don't want a green August just because I think it makes it a little difficult to call for a green August, September, October, November, and December, you know? Unless, look, if we pump back up and we close August green, then I think it might be a sure sign that we end this year with a failed Santa rally and a red December. So, yeah. Just because we don't really see more than 6 green monthly candles in a row. Never seen it. So.
More people think that we're going to end
9 billion in shorts right now asking to get ripped. I agree. And
it only took what? How much did the market move, Trent, in like an hour? Like $4,000 because of what, 2.7 billion? Now we got 9 billion asking to get ripped.
Yeah. So,
comes quick, man. Comes quick.
Yes,
Are you
sir.
ready? You ready to wrap it up, Trent?
Yes. I'll show a quick Cardano spotlight and.
Oh yeah, that's right. How did you forget about Cardano?
So I'll come over to Tap Tools. I'll make this one quick.
You don't have a Cardano hat on.
Oh yeah. Check out BidFi though. This dog is begging you.
Hey, aren't you guys happy that BitBoy's back and now we can have the real altcoin season? The bull run's on. Everybody was worried about that. I'm glad. I don't know about you guys. I'm glad to see him back. He makes me smile.
Isn't it iconic though that like the day Ethereum hits a new all-time high, he's back?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't think I would have it any other way, to be honest. So anyways, Tap Tools. We have Snack coming in, leading volume on Cardano. And where is Indigo? It seems to have, Indigo's down here. It's fallen down a little bit in volume at number 9, but still doing very well. Like, look, you're gonna have Indigo, Iagon, and now Agent is a new project that you have to start asking yourself when AI runs as when crypto AI runs as a sector, Agent probably has what it takes to rip on Cardano at only a $4 million market cap. So that is definitely something to watch. And now if I come over to Tap Tools on Twitter, share this tab instead. Let's see here. Just in, Cardano ranks 6th in the world for developer activity, leading most major blockchains in GitHub commits and progress. There you go. And Cardano is forming a clean Elliott wave structure inside its long-term channel. Accumulation phase looks complete. Expansion phase may just be starting. So, according to Elliott wave theory anyways, you have a bottom right here, somewhere around 80 cents or the high 70s, just from what I can tell, to the best of my ability there. And then you have some very big waves ahead of you. And then just in, Wand Chains Xflows now supports Cardano. Users from 15 plus blockchains can swap directly into ADA in a single transaction. No wrapped tokens, no centralized exchanges. Seamless cross-chain access strengthens Cardano's reach in the multi-chain economy. And we have a little article about this, so I'll just read and that'll be our wrap-up. So in today's multi-chain landscape, interoperability is becoming increasingly important for accessibility and utility. Wand Chains Xflows, ADA's integration into the protocol, how this benefits Cardano, and more. ADA is now officially supported as an asset in Wand Chains Xflows, enabling users from over 10 blockchains to swap directly into Cardano's native token to explore its promising and growing ecosystem. So Xflows allows you to buy ADA using your tokens from other blockchains, including Celo, Linea, Metis, Optimism, Polygon, ZKVM, Solana, Sui, Tron, Xlayer, zkSync, Terra, Ethereum, OneChain, Bitcoin, Arbitrum, Avalanche, and BNB. This enables swapping from any supported asset into ADA in one transaction. So the key takeaway here is what? Liquidity. On-chain liquidity. Without having to go to a centralized exchange, you can swap into ADA from any of these assets. What does this mean? It means that wallets like MetaMask that are sort of an on-chain one-stop shop for everything, it means that you're going to see Cardano integration with wallets where, and it might already be integrated into MetaMask, I'm not quite sure, but this means that you have on-chain liquidity that you didn't have before. And then, let's see, this integration not only allows users from other blockchains to swap their assets natively for ADA and take part in the Cardano ecosystem, it also enables Cardano participants to explore other ecosystems, capture opportunities there, and bring those gains back into Cardano. By lowering barriers on both sides, Xflows strengthens Cardano's position as a truly interconnected chain within the broader multi-chain economy. That's what people were worried about, right? It's an island that nobody uses. Not anymore. It just had a slow, scientific, peer-reviewed, research-based approach. Cardano has never tried to be first to market. It's only tried to be best to market. How will this benefit Cardano? OneChain's Xflows, the native-to-native cross-chain swap feature within the broader OneChain protocol, is what powers this seamless access to ADA from other networks. This improves Cardano's interoperability and lowers the barriers for outside liquidity to enter the ecosystem. Traders from other blockchains now have a simple way to step directly into Cardano DeFi, while Cardano users can easily move into other ecosystems, capture opportunities, and bring their profits back home. So we already said that conclusion. This positions Zeta not only as a core part of Cardano's ecosystem, but also as an accessible and competitive digital asset across the wider DeFi landscape. As cross-chain infrastructure matures, integrations like this will help ensure Cardano remains connected, liquid, and ready to thrive in the future of decentralized finance. There you go.
Interesting. Trent, I was looking at real quick before we end this show. Did you know Pudgy Penguin's floor is higher than the Bored Ape floor?
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that. And then Mutant Apes are only 1.37 ETH, which is 6K. I'm like, it's freaking wild. So, to the Bored Ape and Mutant Apes, I don't even think they've ever. What have they done like the last 4 years for the holders? Like, ApeCoin's got only down 99% since the all-time high of like 30, 40 bucks.
Right.
And then I was like, wow, that's just crazy, dude. Punks held pretty good. The Punks are still 48 ETH. It's bizarre for me to see Bored Apes be less than 10 ETH. Especially because I paid 9 ETH for my NFTs for Pluto Alliance. So I'm like, should just held on my ETH and bought a bunch of Bored Apes.
Yeah. Well, wrap up.
Yeah, I'll wrap up. Boop. Actually, no, that goes off the stage. Be 20 ETH in 2 months. You're probably right. It probably will be. You probably will be 20 ETH. And ETH will be a lot more then, too. But anyway, guys, thanks for joining the show. You can find all of our amenities in the description. We got the Discord. We have the BitBuy. You got Trent's personal phone number if you guys want to reach out to him. Everything's in it that you want. And
we'll go to a brewery together.
Yeah, exactly. We do this because we love the community, and we're not going anywhere, guys. We'll be here for the bull market, the bear market. We're going to be here for the ups and downs, the highs and lows, and it's just a pleasure to be growing in this space and actually build a community. I was in crypto for 4 years, and I felt like every time I wasn't online, but in the outside world, there was hard to find people to talk to, far few and in between that even knew what crypto was. And even still, you still find people who I don't even know how to describe them. Like, either they tell you, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it at that. You guys know what I mean. It's hard to find people in this space to be able to talk to. And hey, we appreciate you guys. But we'll be back tomorrow, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time, unless Trent surprises us with a morning show. We do or do not know if we will get that. And we'll catch you on the flippity flop. Later.
Bearded Viking, thank you for your time and knowledge.